Platypussy.
Platypussy.
You can't just do that. Do that on purpose. Hi. Hello. Welcome to episode 20 of Shadows over Welde. I am your good friend in gaming, Alphonse McKenzie.
Whoa.
Jonas Scott here. We are here again. What is this? 2 weeks in? We took a week off, right? So we're back. I am, as you can probably tell, I'm in a hotel room again. Represent. Having a great time.
Represent.
I thank you so much for your time and coming here. Thanks for getting to the maintaining the appointment. We appreciate you guys here. And do you usually? I just saw that Grizz was bald.
Grizz is bald. Yeah.
As usually when we start.
I had to make sure that he wasn't feeling left out.
Yeah, it looks like we all caught a case of sillies today, huh?
This is what I'm
usually we start out our sessions with a little icebreaker question, going down the list here of our wonderful cast. And I think I actually have a good one today. Yeah. Last time was kind of like mid, honestly. Not gonna lie. You guys made it good when you guys were answering. You guys kind of took my yes and or you took my yes and anded the fuck out of it. But today's icebreaker question for each of your characters is: would your character like to go forward in time or backwards in time? You only get one, and you can only do that one.
I've been muted this whole time. Damn
Wow.
it.
Yeah, I guess.
I was
go,
just saying, that's a great question.
Get this guy.
We'll go down alphabetically to the Wall first. Would the Wall like to go forward in time or backward in time?
I think that the Wall is somebody that has a lot of respect for the past, but this man is always moving forward. So I think that he would like to go to the future to see what it's like.
Okay. Yeah. Very, very, very succinct answers, I imagine, across the board. I'd like to see what, because I mean, the Wall is relatively young, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
as far as Goliaths go.
Goliath goes, yeah,
on the
exactly.
side.
Yeah. So that'd be really cool. He's got a whole life ahead of him, and he can't wait to see what's happening in the future. Fantastic.
He wants flying
Okay,
cars.
I mean, don't we all? Where's my silver jumpsuit? Where's my flying car? Where's my
For
ray
real.
gun?
Doesn't
Okay.
exist.
Yet, which is why we go to the future and grab ourselves one, and then realize we can only go to the future again, and we experience the entropy of the universe. So going down the list, we could go to Grizz. Ray, would Ray like to go forward in time or backward in time?
You know,
Ray.
I thought I had a really strong, quick answer, and then it got to me, and I just started to feel conflicted.
Okay.
But I think based on the last session, it'd be hypocritical to want to go to the past. So I guess if you were to ask him today, like just straight up, he'd probably be like future if he had to choose. I think future.
Yeah, there's a lot of desolation in your past that you kind of want to leave there, right? I would imagine.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people want to go back to the past because they want to change something or they want to re-experience something.
Right.
Um,
I mean, in theory, you can do the same thing if you go to the future and like try and repair relationships or make amends and things like that too. So there's
you're
there's
so
a lot
right.
of
Yeah.
different
Oh, you're so
applications
right.
Damn, that's crazy.
Then I would say the future because then you would know like if the path you're on in the present is the right one or not.
Yeah, in storytelling, when I'm writing, I always think of if there is ever time travel, which always is like a red flag in narrative telling. But like, if there's ever time travel, the past is always the selfish decision. The future is always the selfless decision. So, yeah, that's a pretty succinct way to put it. Yeah, right. Go to the future, meet up with the people that you wronged, and when they're in a better place, and
They're in a better place.
see if you can't repair the relationship. Yeah, fantastic.
The future is
Okay.
kind of scary though.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let's see. Who's next? Hayden. Okay, Argentum.
Oh,
Would they like to go forward in time or backward in time?
It's tough with them because they are such a logical individual.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Some music going.
very nuanced answer incoming.
it's a lot of it's not so much nuanced, it's me waffling because if they were to go into the past and try to repair what had happened, how would it really be different? How far back in the past? This is where the Argentum brain turns on here. Because how far back in the past would it be? Would it be far back enough to warn people about what's going to happen, right? Or would they believe me? You know? So it's like, okay, within their community, would they have been believed at that time? Or would the future be better because they now have they now have knowledge that they didn't have before and opportunities to maybe make things better. So I'm gonna say, you know what? For the sake of fun, because of who they are, who they knew in their past, and the kind of community they come from, I'm gonna say the past, working on the assumption that they could go far enough back to make a difference.
Oh, wow. That's really deep. I like that. This is a fairly optimistic party, given your guys' backstories. Like, everybody, at least above table, everybody seems to have the best intentions, you know? And
Above table, yes.
yeah.
Listen,
They're in
our
the nitty-gritty of
not
it.
out here stabbing nobody. They're doing their
Yeah,
best.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Phoenix is never once
Physically,
told
you're
a
not
lie.
stabbing anyone.
Phoenix has never once told a lie. Oh, that's good.
No, exactly. Physically, I'm not stabbing anyone.
True.
Not
Mind
yet.
stab. Okay, very good answer, Hayden. Fantastic. I love how introspective a lot of these
Yeah.
are. That's great. Maybe I made a good question this time. I've been kind of
You
rolling
often
around in my
do,
own
you
crap
do.
for a while, trying
Yeah.
to figure up a
This
Good
one,
question,
this
but,
question is pretty good. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Juzo, Sunder, would you rather go back or forward, past or present? How far?
Personally, I think Sunder would probably go to the past. There's a lot of fucked up shit that's kind of happened in his past that he'd probably want to undo. Not so much for like the benefit of like not dealing with the trauma. It's more so just giving the chance for people to live rather than
Okay.
their lives ending too quickly, I guess.
Right. Right.
Also, I feel like if he had the chance to, he'd probably go back in time and make sure Kelly didn't get a fucking hole in his chest.
Oh shit.
Donut
Yeah.
moment.
Probably knowing Sunder being himself, he'd probably try and jump in front of it.
Oh wow, that would have been
Yeah.
that's poetic. That would have been a hell of a thing.
You gotta save your best friend, man.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Who would you
land of
jump in front of a
law.
bullet for, right? Damn. You know, most wounds to the gut are non-fatal. So,
True.
That's true.
yeah, good
Nice
choice,
little
man.
Bowling ball sized hole in my abdomen. It's fine. I'll
And
just-
as the inceptor of Kelly, I'm honored. Thank you. So, okay, Leju, let's get ready. Would
Okay.
Phoenix go back or forward?
Okay, I mean, so here's the thing, right? It's like from Phoenix's perspective, the answer is pretty simple. From my perspective, I have to consider it as well because it's like, you know, like same with how like Hayden approaches. Kind of like for me, it's like, oh, how far, or like, can you choose? Like, is it one of those where it's like you also exist simultaneously with yourself in the past or present or future? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, shit.
if you went
Paradox,
to the
paradox.
future, like, would you see yourself older, or like if you went to the past, would you see like, could I go back to the past and like kill myself? Like, you know, like in my player mind, I'd rather go to the past so I could have my character kill themselves and then see if like it would recursively erase themselves. But from Phoenix's perspective,
Interesting. Huh.
from Phoenix's
Yeah.
perspective, I think he
Yeah.
would like to go to the future. Simply because it'd be nice to go to a place where nobody knows you.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. There is merit in that.
That's why, yeah, I was thinking Phoenix's answer is pretty simple, but my personal answer is it depends on some variables.
Well, these are all very good. I'm learning a little bit more about each of your guys's, and this kind of helps me too as a DM, because we have all these conversations in DMs and stuff like that. But a lot of it is facts. A lot of it is like technical stuff, right? It's not like how do you feel, right? It's not how do you how does your character feel about this, right? And being able to learn what your reactions are to these kinds of scenarios kind of puts seeds in my brains too. So thank you for all these honest and very, very genuine answers. Anyway, last time we met, we had a little bit of grim downtime. We were in Lolth, the town that is known for many ice farms in the surrounding area, just kind of farming ice and shipping it down south. But this kind of had evolved over the last 48 hours into a refugee village or refugee hamlet. There were many members from the town that had made it back. Some did not. Some stayed on the front lines fighting. Tyrael, one of them, the man in charge of Ivbranca after Baron Edo had passed away. The reason you guys went to the city in the first place, the reason you guys know each other, he's still down there fighting sword in hand, directing combat. we met a couple of and talked to extensively to a couple of characters. Does anybody want to talk about some cool stuff that happened last session? Anything that you guys remember or that you will remember for a while? Anything you guys really enjoyed?
Oh, I'll remember last session for a while.
Oh, I think a lot of
Wow, what a session. Oh god. The drama was like in full force between Argentum and Zephyriel. I don't know,
God
dude,
damn.
maybe something was in the water. I don't know, like they woke up and then they were like, what if we just fought each other for like 20 like 50 minutes? I'm like, this is amazing. I love front row tickets.
I love front row tickets.
Dude, honestly, yeah. That fucking slap though. The slap from
I
the
agree.
Deva is like,
Oh
like
yeah,
a pin
That
drop
still
away.
stings, man.
Just quiet. It was
it might sting for a while.
Damn.
You met for the first time. You got to meet Deva Bryant, Star Shatter, one person from obviously from Zeph's past, and somebody that barely recognized him until Ray piped up. A lot of information was exchanged, not just between them, but Argentum and Ray had a small little spat, but then it was, before you guys left, was quickly smoothed over as much as you can amid the ice and snow. You guys said your farewells. You left behind a few people. Kelly being taken care of by the clerics and the medicine men as best as they can. Left behind the school children and Zyra, who has kind of defaulted into a matron role in the time that you guys have been there. DW, Slick, a lot of people just kind of resigned to their fates here because there was, as Zyra was having a conversation with Argentum, Zyra relayed that there's no real place for them to go. There are a few solid options. Zyra said that they wouldn't get anywhere they wouldn't go anywhere until Argentum came back, unless there was a place that was very safe for the children. But yeah, it was a kind of a bittersweet passage into the further reaches of northern Ivbranca, the ice fields that are now kind of whipped into the storm. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, Zyra kissed Argentum.
Yo!
Whoa.
I ain't never gonna hear the
First
end of this shit.
base. Second base. Whatever base it is.
Ham.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you also saw. You guys don't know what it was, but you saw an airship kind of port in over the city and began exterminating anything that they could. It illuminated the night sky for a while of this like bombing run. You could even hear it as you guys were walking away. Argentum even talked to Tybalt a little bit about becoming a character in in one of their books.
Trying to boost the kid's spirits. He's been through the hells and back.
Yeah, it was really cute. I particularly enjoyed that. That's great. I love these little tiny connections that we have. Is there anything else anybody would like to mention from last time?
Was there anything else?
I don't
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we talked
Okay.
to Dakota. I got my notes open here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you learned a
Forgot
lot
about
of
that.
stuff from Dakota.
We
actually.
learned quite a bit from Dakwashta, but we also, looking at my notes here, we learned quite a bit just from Bryant as well, just in regards to Zephyriel. That Zeph's been here for a good amount of time, approximately 10 years, if my notes are correct.
Mhm.
Yep.
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 You think
Less
I'm
than a
not
lifetime.
holding on
A decade
to
is a
all
decade.
this information, BB? You think I'm not holding on to that?
Damn.
All right.
I'm sure
Lose
you
that.
are.
Lose that book of
I'm sure
names.
you are, so you can stab it in my back again!
Lose that fucking name right now. That's crazy.
The big thing that really stuck out to me with that is that Bryant said that they thought they lost Zephyriel.
I found that interesting too.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
I found that pretty interesting.
okay. All right.
There was a few things Brian said that will sit with me in this session for sure. Thought you were dead, and something about, it's not that easy to come down to this plane, and then leaving the room, the conversation with dropping this bomb that Ezra is truly dead.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that bitch, that demon bitch. I don't know. He's not a demon.
That demon bitch.
Stay
The
around.
potential demon
Yeah,
bitch.
wasn't lying.
Forgot that guy's name for a
Veyron.
second. That demon bitch.
That was a big thing that like stuck out to me, is that it kind of proved that Veyron hasn't lied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
has-
they
kind of dangled a lot of this stuff in front of your face, and it was kind of nice to not think it was true, to think he was just being a lying dick, right? Just to be like,
Yeah.
I don't. There's no evidence here. There's no proof here, besides him looking at a book, right, that you can't even read.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that,
Wow.
All
that
right.
was a rough buddy. We learned from Darkawashta that he and his father were aware of the Kalishtar people within the Lunar Peaks, and he gave a piece of paper to Argentum that they had scrawled in Draconic that had 3 words on it. And it had like an image of an eye with feathers on it, and I'm like, oh, cool. So he's heading to he's headed into the crack, I believe.
Correct.
Is what he said.
He's getting deep in the
Yes,
crack.
yes. He's going deep in that crack. Deep in there. And he offered Argentum to go with them, but Argentum ultimately declined, as they
Stayed
have.
with your friends.
Yeah. Listen here, man.
Friends.
I write the words I write. Read into whatever.
Trigger
you
word
want.
friends. Okay.
You have those. Anyway.
So, you guys had a cart as well. You guys latched
Oh yeah.
Penelope,
Right.
this
Penelope, my
regal
God.
war horse to
Right.
this cart that mechanically, I looked it up, only holds about 200 pounds. So I don't think the wall could even sit in it.
That's crazy.
Don't worry about
He
it.
can ride on Penelope. It's fine.
But as you guys do, you charge into the night. You leave at night to, I guess, save as much time as you can. As you guys are coasting over the edge of Darrow-Delph. Again, this hamlet is built on top of a peak that's kind of pushed up right against the coast, maybe 200, 300 feet away from the coast. So it's buffeted by waves all the time, but it has a really good view of everything around it. Very large hill, and you guys coming down the northern slope of this very, very, very long hill. The road has been snowed over. It's kind of hard to see. The landscape in front of you is a world that is trapped in a deep, unrelenting early winter that looks like it's lasted years. There above you are those ashen clouds, heavy, oppressive, purple, lightning aurora streaks across the sky. There's barely any hint of just when you look to see where is it, the clouds begin to move and make just enough room for a nice thick beam of moonlight to hold you guys in as you move forward. And when you get out of this moonlight, as you walk, you stumble, you fall, you stray from the path a little bit. As you leave this moonlight that is washing over you, everything feels a little bit colder, even in this gripping frigid air as you lean back into the moonlight. It doesn't feel any warmer, but you feel a little more hopeful. You feel like you're on the right path as this moon gets larger and larger and begins to push away the ashen clouds. The wind is picking up for sure. The snow doesn't relent. But you feel good about the direction you're heading in. Would anyone like to do anything?
Are we in the cart itself, or are we like walking alongside it? What's kind of our situation?
You are exposed. You are walking alongside the cart.
The cart sucks too much to press this in.
You can probably fit maybe like Thunder and Argentum in it, but again, it only holds about 200 pounds. It's not a very sturdy cart. You guys just kind of grabbed it off the side of a building.
I honestly did want the cart to sit in it.
You'd probably be able to sit. Again, 200 pounds. I bet you're.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely under 200.
You're sitting in the cart. You don't have to move your legs or anything, but you still get buffeted by wind and bits of sleet, large bits of snow, and ice. As you guys amble forward, the snow gets a little more intense. You guys have been walking in sub-frigid temperatures for 2 or 3 hours. What are you guys wearing?
What am I wearing? Clothes.
Yeah, what are you wearing?
Probably, their normal clothes, but good to know about the situation, because that gives me an idea and a thought. Argenta would probably turn to the group. What does everybody have? Do we have blankets? Do we have bedrolls?
I have a bedroll.
You guys have bedrolls?
You all have a bedroll.
Should.
You sleep on the ground?
Typically.
You not. What?
Yeah, typically I'll just find the closest tree if I'm out in nature and just prop myself up against it.
We could buy you a bedroll for like 1 copper.
That's what you see. I can sleep pretty much anywhere. It's no issues.
You should not be sleeping out in this, though. Zephyriel, Wall, what do we have?
I think a few blankets. I have a bedroll, but I do not use it that much.
My team.
Good. If you are not using your bedrolls, Zephyriel, get out of the cart, please.
Oh.
You can get
Right.
back in. You can get back in. I just need you to get out first.
For like a second, right?
For like a second, yes.
I don't trip. I know it's a little bit of a steep drop.
Zephyriel will... kind of like...
Falls in the snow.
I guess pat Penelope to stop moving. And then like silently step off. I have blankets in my inventory. But I don't know how I would be carrying them. Unless the whole time we would have like backpacks and stuff. But I would assume that these blankets are... Yeah, I have 3 blankets in my inventory. I assume they're in the
You can fold the
the
blanket.
cart.
Yeah, you may even be carrying things in the blankets too. So use them as a container, I would imagine too. Each of you does have a blanket. If you elect to have a bedroll, you can. You guys have torches, standard adventurers kits, and things like that. So the ability to make fire is not lost on you. You're pretty seasoned at this point. You guys are pretty much Olympic athletes, so you guys know what you're doing. But it is still very cold, and you guys. I'm gonna need you guys to make a Constitution saving throw. All of you.
Saving throw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. And then I would like to finish what I was saying. I've got an idea.
Oh shit! I'm not even logged into the Roll20. What kind of DM am I?
Mate, I'm not even
I'm
in it.
rolled
DM's not in
an 8.
there.
An 8.
That's an 8, baby.
I rolled a 9.
No. Oh
My
no,
team,
we're
my God.
dead.
Plus 6.
My team.
Rolled an
A
8.
nine.
I should have
Plus
spoken
6.
faster.
Wait, so
My
what are we
team.
rolling?
Con saving throw.
Con saving.
Honestly,
Constitution
let it
saving.
take me. Let the cold take me. It's fine.
It's an 18.
Okay.
Nothing
so
wrong with
anybody
a
who
little bit of
got
frostbite.
below, anybody who got below a 10.
So everybody except
Everyone
fucking
but
this
Thunder.
dude.
Damn. Man.
I'm in two.
is
Ian, do I
going
get
to
an
take-
inspiration for being slapped? No, I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Unfortunately, no. If you get the reverse of inspiration.
Every roll this session.
So unfortunately, anybody who got below a 10 is going to take 4 points of frost damage. But I know for a fact that your Goliath frame and just the fact that you have been living in these frozen wastes almost your entire life, you take half of that. Obviously, you have cold resistance as a mountain-born. And Penelope also takes 4 points of cold damage.
No!
Yes, Penelope turns to you and you don't. It doesn't really say anything, but you just hear like wincing in your head as you see the horse pushing against some moderate winds, moving forward.
Okay,
Hang in there, Penelope. Hang in there.
we need to move.
Nothing
quickly.
is said in your head. You just hear a chuff.
Yeah.
Yes. You to your north, southeast, east to your east, about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. The storm has subsided enough for you guys to get a good look at your surroundings. This is what you see just as you look out. Nothing specific, but to your east, about 1.5 miles away, there is a cut of trees. Looks like some sort of like Douglas fir pines or something like that. Very tall. Just this thicket of trees. Right up against a craggy outcrop that could be the foothills of the spine of Lolth. To your north, you don't really see a whole lot. It's hard to see that far. You get maybe 2 miles of really good visibility, and then it just starts to white out. And you know you're going over and down rolling white hills, and then off to the northwest. You know for a fact, Phoenix, that Ipswich's castle is in that direction.
Okay.
But it's so snowy, and it has snowed so much that many of the landmarks that you would see and know to like, oh, there's the cross of the old Northeast Church or something like that, right? Gone, under feet of snow, or having been knocked over by winds or something to that effect. So you guys are in a almost feels alien, you know, this sudden influx of an almost sentient frozen world. You know, the formations of frost and these snowdrifts are starting to become more solid. You know, the lightning itself is beginning to take on a blue tinge, you know, illuminating this entire wasteland with bursts of like ghostly pale light almost. But yeah, that's what you guys see just on your own as you kind of move forward. To get to Ipswich's castle, it will take like 12 hours of travel. So at a moderate pace. So at the pace you guys are going, it'll take about 12 hours for you to get there. If you double the pace, you guys are going to take a lot of damage. I'm going to be real. If the storm's going to get really bad, or you know, it's going to be bad on you. But if you take it slower, it'll take a full day to get there. 18 hours or so. But yeah, those are your options, and you guys can look around and stuff. There's other things, but that's just what you see looking out on the landscape there.
I have an idea. If people are willing to hear it.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so Sunder, darling, as wonderful as you look with your open midriff, wonderful, looking great. You are so exposed. They'll go into their bag and pull out just their common clothes that I've got stashed in my inventory here. They'll just like throw like an oversized like tunic top at him.
Thunder will just
Adore
catch
you.
it.
Cover up.
You know, sure, why not?
Okay, blankets. We need to put blankets on the bottom of the cart.
Cart can
will
only hold
stop.
like 1 or 2 people at a time, I think.
Yes, but if you are in there, you're not moving around, so you're not going to stay warm that way. And I'm assuming we're going to have to use it to sleep in, so we're going to have to get very comfortable with one another very quickly. So, blankets. Does anyone else have rope?
I got some rope.
Okay. 1
50
blanket
feet.
and bedrolls on the base of the cart, and we'll put another blanket or 2, whatever we have, or bedrolls over top to get some cover in there.
Genius. Yeah, that should protect whoever's in the cart from the current weather.
Yeah.
As you're traveling.
And if we sleep in there, body heat.
You think we're gonna be able to we'll have to sleep in there? I don't think it'll take that long. If we keep the pace, we can make it maybe the rest of the day.
We may have to take shifts within the cart itself, so then we can warm
That's
up.
fair.
Every few hours, probably.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, it might be a whole day's expedition to get there. Maybe a little bit slower with the snow.
Probably.
How far away is Ipswich's castle anyway, Phoenix?
It's about half the day. Usually it's not that bad. I don't take it from this direction, I'll tell you that.
The storm, as you guys move for another hour or so, gets a little more intense. The wind starts to whip around, pelting you guys in the face with bits of ice that is frozen on the ground for a little while and then it kind of peeled up. And these are chunks, you know. These are about 2-foot chunks of ice that are just getting thrown at you guys. The wind itself, maybe 30 miles an hour. This storm is otherworldly. It doesn't feel like this should even be possible. Because, I mean, Phoenix, you've lived in parts of this world for years, and you've never really seen anything like this. You guys are able to, because, I mean, it's pretty easy to dodge out of the way of some of the larger pieces, but it's intense. As another hour passes, whoever is not in the cart, please make another Constitution saving throw.
Who's going in there first?
Oh, you.
Okay. Let's see. As another pass, I'm going to just take a swig out of my flask and cast False Life on myself.
Ooh, that's clever.
Yeah.
So you do
even
so.
though If I fail this, it'll be okay. Don't worry, guys.
Just to clarify real quick, with all the blankets and stuff in it, only 1 person can be in the cart at a time now, or is it still 2?
Well, I mean, person is relative. Only 200 pounds can be moved in the cart without breaking it.
I see.
So about a person,
I see.
right?
Okay. About a person. Got it.
Okay. Con save. I mean, granted, guys. Look, it's just a 10. So obviously, okay. Just kidding.
Well,
Again,
I guess I'll take the cart first.
anybody underneath a 10 is going to take 3 points
nice.
of frost damage. Everybody over a 10 should be okay. So you guys get whipped around by these like golf ball sizes pieces of hail, sleet. You know, it's a combination of wet. It's rainy. It's snowy. It's hard to see. The frost kind of lands on your lashes and freezes a little bit. But I'm gonna have everybody as the horizon and the whiteout begins to move closer to you and limit your vision to maybe 300 feet, if that, on this massive expanse of plain. Everybody, please make a perception check.
Am I still in the
Okay.
cart?
Are you still in the cart?
I don't know when we
rotate.
switch or not.
Do you rotate? It's a new hour, so if you want to get out of the cart.
I definitely shouldn't be doing the perception checks. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Which is fine. Perception. I
Okay.
I'll roll it just for
Sort of
for,
rubbies.
for hearing.
I got myself a
for hearing.
5. Damn.
Nat
Ben.
1,
Argentum.
baby.
You have a
Yay.
+6. Argentum.
Yeah, you do.
In heaven.
Okay.
I got a 10.
We got there, guys. We got there.
Okay.
We got. I'll roll above a
Did you
10.
get one, Juzo? Juzo. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I got
Um,
a 5, brother.
It's very difficult to see.
Phoenix
Not only is it difficult to see, it's difficult to hear. The wind is roaring a little bit. And Leju, it's
Hi.
easy enough for you to see this against this white backdrop. But you kind of turn around and backtrack a little bit to get your bearings on where you are, as it's very difficult because the world is kind of, you know you're going in one direction, but it's closed in on you, and your sense of direction's a little skewed. Yours is a little bit better than the others, and you look around behind you, and in this white mass of snow and haze and sleet and ice, you see one thing resolutely coming towards you that seemingly is ignoring the majority of this, flying towards you, careening, if anything. And it's this little red speck in the distance that slowly gets bigger and bigger.
Hey,
And as it pierces the veil of ice, you hear a very small screech as they start to right themselves. Lester perches himself on Sunder's shoulder and begins to shield Sunder's face from the ice that is
Lester's here.
pelting the entire party. And
That's cool.
Sunder, you feel claws on your shoulder. It's kind of hard to even hear Lester approach, being a bird of prey. But it's familiar. And
I was gonna say someone order a bird.
It's just Lester. I didn't know he was out here.
he keeps guarding you from the wind and the ice, and nuzzles up against you and tries to buckle down himself and looks at you knowingly. Lester is your familiar now.
Oh.
Oh.
It's your bird now.
As long as you've known him, he was incapable of any sort of telepathy or anything, mystical or magical. As far as you know, he is just a bloodhawk. But you guys are communicating on the love language that you guys communicate with. He's here to help you as much as he can. He knows that Kelly is safe where he is, and you're on a mission to get him back. And he's going to help you as much as he can.
Fucking love that.
Pog.
See, we all got pets now. Well, most of us. We got a bird, we got a rat, and then we got a horse.
True. We got a whole zoo coming.
I have a
What is-
zephyr.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a zephyr.
Wow. That's crazy, actually, to say in public.
He's close enough to a bird. He's got wings. It's fine.
The wall of wind and ice gets tighter and tighter. And it's at a point now where you can probably see 100 feet in front of you. And you guys are all looking forward, shielding your eyes from the ice, bundling up as much as you can. And your heart sinks because it's very easy to see humanoid shadows darting back and forth in the white mist in front of you and to your sides.
We can all see it.
Oh yeah, you can all see it. It's easy. It's every couple of seconds you see one pass, and then they go away, almost as if they've gone underground or something. They've just disappeared.
Well, we ordered a bird. Anyone order 5 guys?
Oh, there are in fact 5 guys.
No. Would you like to make a perception check to count how many people you can possibly think there are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another shitty roll.
Oh my god.
Don't worry,
A seven.
Are
guys.
we all making perceptions, or is this just the?
It could be
wall?
2. It could be 10.
I got you guys. Don't worry. Watch this. Watch this.
Go ahead.
Do it.
16.
All right, not
16.
You are watching this.
Yeah.
Leju, you
Yeah.
have an incredibly sharp eye.
That's
true. Phoenix is adept at locking onto targets from a distance, tracking
bad,
movement from a distance, and there's only one guy. It's just been one shape
guy.
that's moved from one side to the other, popped up from another side. And the only way you think this could happen is if they've been going underground somehow. Do you guys keep moving?
It's only one guy.
One guy,
one
burger,
guy.
and fry.
Yeah. He about to burglar us, man. Burglar and fry our asses.
I don't know what he's.
Do we
gonna
keep
take from
moving?
me
I'll leave it
over
up to you
Phoenix.
guys.
I would say we keep moving.
You have, yeah. I think you're leading Penelope. I would say then we keep moving if you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you.
We'll keep moving.
He
You
hasn't
keep moving.
approached us yet. He's just
I ain't
kind
scared of no ghost.
No, they haven't approached you yet. They just seem to be staying out of your vision, your clear vision, in the midst of this biting cold in this snowstorm, whipping up fresh snow in your face. It's almost like flashbanging you. It's hard to get your bearings. You're like snowblind.
Just let the guy tire himself out, I guess.
And as you guys keep moving,
dance.
what did you say?
Just let him tire himself out if he just wants to dance in the snow.
Yeah, I let him time out. Remove yourself from aggro range.
Mhm.
And as you guys are crunching snow under your feet, slipping on rocks you didn't know were there, you're all struck by a very thunderous
Like footsteps?
make a perception check.
The hell?
It's
Oh.
you
God
guys are
damn
making a
it.
lot of perception checks. It's hard to
Yeah.
see. It's hard to hear.
Hey, look, another not one.
What
Another
the
not one.
hell?
You don't. It's not what you hear. It's what you innately know. That some of these footsteps are accompanied by some groans or moans that could be, consonants or something like that of a someone speaking giant.
Oh.
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 Oh, wait a minute. I speak giant, I think.
That's why you understand it. That you can't get the words together, but you know that it may be somebody trying to speak giant.
That sounds not concerning at all. Is it getting closer?
It is. That's easy to tell. And then you hear a second set of footsteps begin to rumble the ground underneath of you.
What's happening?
And clearly, the first set begins to speak in giant. And it's difficult to get the gist of the conversation. One of them seems to be a little short-tempered, a little aggravated. None of them, as they're speaking, none of them seem injured or like pissed. A lot of it is just like, genuinely bummed, right? It's moaning and hemming and hawing. You hear something about a devil. You hear the word brother several times. You hear home a lot. And that's interspersed between like sniffles and things like that. But yeah, these things are definitely getting closer.
Can I see them?
Wall's gonna yell out into the storm, like in the direction where the footsteps are coming, in giant. Friend. Like he's gonna yell the word out, just friend.
Friend.
What are you doing?
The footsteps stop.
I dug behind the car.
Good say.
You hear.
He'll turn to the others and be like, I heard some giant in the distance, so I called out friend. Hopefully they know that we are friend.
What if they aren't friends and then they just know that we're here now?
Well, I think
You
they...
hear. You hear them speak.
We should have never trusted devil. Hiding in our hole like cowards.
And when he says cowards, the steps crash into the ice, and you begin to see the tectonic silhouettes of these giants. 10, 11, 12 feet tall. And as they begin to pierce through the wall of sleet and snow that's in front of you, you see these shadows, these silhouettes begin to move towards you. Penelope, Lester, the entire group are dwarfed by these giants. And one of them, who comes into vision a little bit before the other, doesn't see you, is looking above you. You've kind of found a little bit of shelter behind a relatively high snowdrift that has been on this road. Imposing, massive, blue, dense muscle wrapped in this pale, frost-bitten, splintered skin that almost looks a little bluish under the light of the moon that is coming through this whirlwind of ice. He has broad shoulders, a big barreled chest. He doesn't look like a fighter. He looks like somebody that's just been sitting around, drinking his days away. He almost looks like he was made out of ice, if it was given a matte finish. And then the second one comes right behind him, a little smaller, right? Almost contrasting. This one is tall and broad, yes, but a little more lean. And as he comes through, the way he holds his body, his demeanor and appearance is more contemplative, right? He seems a little more introspective. He comes up and places a hand on the first giant's shoulder. Skin a similar pale blue, still like splintered, almost as though it's ice, but it seems thinner and more weathered. He does look older. He has a very pronounced brow, through years of what could be, calculating, decision making, maybe even caretaking. And they pierce through, and what the larger one has a single bladed axe, made of this black iron that he kind of raises above you, the party. He doesn't notice you yet, and says,
I heard something. Here, brother.
May roll a perception check.
That's bad.
Let's see if I get another less than 5 on this. Oh, that's
Hey.
that's
Nice.
Whoa, you're great at
Okay.
these.
Um,
Oh, sorry.
with this perception check, you notice that the singular shadow has been flitting around just beyond the veil this entire time. It doesn't seem like the giants have scared them off.
The shadow that's been trailing us is also still here
No,
as
this
well?
one is relatively humanoid. In about similar to you. in stature, similar to every one of the party, probably besides the wall. Just somebody who's watching from the sidelines.
Could I pop divine sense
Sure.
around us and see if I get any pings from that particular shadow, or just around us in general? It's always good to know.
How far out does it go?
It goes. That's a wonderful question. Let's see. Divine sense. 60 feet. Centered
60
on me.
feet. Okay. So you don't see anything on the surface. Phew. The wave goes out. You feel the report come back. And it's pretty desolate up here. But just at the edge of your divine sense, you get a pretty bright blip of something underground.
Ooh.
And it fades.
What was I able to tell? Like, undead, celestial, fiend?
It is celestial. It felt hopeful. It felt similar to... It felt similar to what you feel when you have hung out with your party for, a period of several hours. There's not necessarily a camaraderie there, but there is a sense of calm, a sense of peace.
Interesting. Okay.
Doesn't Veyround come back celestial as well?
Correct.
Okay. But I would assume that the smell is a little less hopeful.
Yes, it's that's it doesn't. It's not as bitter as Veyround would be.
Gotcha.
And
bitch.
the thinner, more erudite giant says,
We've been banished. Live like outcasts. But we cannot defeat them on our own, brother. There is a way. We use the powers they gave to us. We go to the mountain. We find our friend.
and the larger one just kind of puts his axe into the ground, and it shakes the snow drift you guys are sitting behind, kind of drifting the snow away into the whirlwind.
Yes. You taught me strength without cunning is wasteful.
And he has this dumbass nod that accompanies with it. And the thinner one says,
Murak, we must keep going. Even us cannot weather this storm for much longer. There is a way, brother. There is a way.
and they begin to walk back into the veil.
Yeah, Wall's gonna quietly relay everything they said to the others.
Yeah, you just heard what sounded like boulders rubbing against each other coming from their vocal cords.
But they start to leave or continue.
They start to leave. They're very slow-moving creatures, though. They have a large gait, but not many steps.
And these aren't the ones that came from the ground, or did they?
No, these are much larger than what Phoenix pointed out to you, Ray.
I see. Zephyriel steps out of the little cart.
Out of his carriage.
His carriage.
Whoever else heals should be next. And our pursuant is a celestial.
So, friend of yours.
Huh. I doubt that.
That was funny too. Why is everyone laughing? Huh.
The stress.
Fair enough. Who wants to
guys-
turn in the shack?
Should we?
The shack.
Yeah, it's like a little ramshackle little tent, whatever.
I will be all right. The giants, though. So they said, well, they'd been banished.
Yes.
They trusted the devil, but they could be potential allies. Although giants, from my readings, are rather dangerous.
Short temper.
Or a tall one.
Sorry.
No, that was intended to be funny, so thank you.
You don't suppose they're heading to the tournament?
No, if they are, I
Fucking
don't
hope
think
not.
so. I cannot imagine they would.
They did say something about using the powers or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever that means.
Do we? Would most of us like know conceptually what a warlock is? I've never been able to
Yeah.
parse if that's like
Yeah.
something you. Okay, cool.
That's pretty common knowledge. There's a, yeah,
People just get powers every day.
yeah. Magic is a crazy thing. So you guys keep moving, right?
Should we come up with an order of whoever gets to sit in the cart each hour?
Sure.
I just thought it might be prudent.
Wait, can the wall even sit in the cart?
I do not
Hey, Ray,
think so.
Yeah,
can you make a perception check for me?
I sure can.
We're so dead. Oh,
I do
boy.
not need to sit in.
Oh,
the
I got a
car. am
17.
fine.
I rolled that naturally because
Okay.
I have a 0.
Yeah, damn.
Respect the wall.
You
man.
feel a tingling pulling at one of your temples. To your left, you jerk your face. And sure enough, next to you, you feel the presence of something that you have known and been around for a very long time. And it is a young drow man looking at you.
Oh, like how
Do
far
you-
away? Like right next to me?
next to the cart. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo, Driz, good to see
Jump
you again.
scared.
Do you require shelter?
My gods.
There is but only one God. Do you
Factually, I don't
require
think-
shelter, Webwalker?
Yes, very likely.
Your slaves. Do your slaves require shelter as well?
Do we all hear this?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That caught me so off guard.
Who the fuck are you calling a slave?
I think he means us.
He's only looking at you.
The winds pick up. We have shelter below. Lolth protects us. Come. The summon begins.
Oh, good gods.
This guy looks as the
go
as
ahead.
the other party members begin to turn and see this conversation starting. This guy looks tribal. A stark contrast to some of the Drow that you have seen worship in the city. You know, they have vestments and order and colors and sacraments and all sorts of pomp and circumstance to the religion. But you know, out here, there is just, you know, the 8-pointed star of Lolth that is hanging as a wooden pendant around his neck. He is gaunt, almost looks malnourished. He's coated in furs, maybe a thin layer of grime or dust. There's some baubles and trinkets kind of hanging from his outfit, but hunched over. But it looks like this guy may be some sort of scout. or he's unarmed, but he doesn't seem to pose any threat.
Huh.
This feels like a trap.
Do I get the sense that if we continue walking in the storm, even sleeping in it with the cart, it's going to be bad?
You make a survival check.
14.
14.
What do you say with that accent?
From what?
Don't question me.
Mimicking
From
me.
what Phoenix has told you about how long it's going to take, from the amount of frostbite that some of you may have, you know, the how you've been buffeted by winds, you guys would be able to get there, but if you encountered anything on the way, it would be pretty lethal.
We just
be true.
encountered some giants randomly.
We've already encountered something on the way.
And you guys were very lucky.
And I yelled friend at them.
Wait, no, don't step on me.
What are you called?
Oh shit, I didn't name this guy.
That's so fine. And for the record, up here on the surface, they're called contractors.
Apologies. I am Lark.
Well, Lark. Personally, I would be grateful if you showed us the way for the night.
Yes. Follow my shadow through the mists.
And he starts walking in front of Penelope.
Come.
And he's like hobbling, almost like he's like hopping along. It doesn't look like they get out of wherever they are very much. It seems like the cover of the clouds and the storm is you know, a balm to what may be sun sickness or something. So do you guys follow Lark?
Is that guy mentally okay?
I would like to quietly just say to everyone else. I won't force any of you to do this, but if you'd rather weather the storm, I get the feeling that this is our safest option. Hand it to us.
Safest option. Really?
The most survivable option.
I will take that.
Did he say something about like one guard? What was that? What did he say at the beginning? I wasn't paying attention.
Say that again. Sorry, my headset cut out.
No, at the beginning he said something like there's only one guard or whatever.
There's only one god, is what he said.
Oh, only one god. I was like,
Yeah.
so we're killing somebody? Okay.
Yeah, I think it would be prudent at least to see the shelter that they have and maybe get more blankets that we could use. If at least to get one more for Penelope.
This is true. What's the worst case?
I
What's the worst that
would
could really
very
happen?
much like some blankets. Mountain boy.
No.
Wall's gonna like remove his cape, and he's gonna try to like drape as much of it as he can over Penelope and like
The +1 stealth cape?
yeah. And
Damn.
he'll like you know hook
Penelope-
it up.
+1
Oh, I'm lagging.
stealth. Yeah, Penelope shakes her mane and gets the snow out of it, and
Thank you. This will help.
And our horse, she'll be fine. Making an underground.
Lark is gone.
Oh,
Look, it's gone. Okay. I guess we could follow for now. Couldn't be worse, right? I mean, if it shows up,
There are
again-
faint footsteps still in the ice. Yeah.
I mean, it's our best option, I think. It's better for us to get out the cold. I mean, and if
Yes, but we.
there are multiple of them and they try something, me and Wall, anybody here can really take care of it.
What are you saying, Arjun?
I was going to say we cannot drop our guard.
I mean, I agree. I'm just thinking, let's say, I mean, the guy didn't look very cold at all, right? Probably came from somewhere warm.
That was
So
really odd.
chances are they at least have something. And if we fight him, then it's better to fight someone that has a house than someone who doesn't.
We walking and talking?
Yeah.
I can only assume so.
Mhm.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are moving, you're following the footsteps. He's not too far away. He's maybe about 50, 60 feet away. You guys see a shadow come in.
Sorry, I cut out.
You
And-
cut out.
Come in.
What, most shadows you guys have seen so far, living sentient creatures. Oh, did I? Am I back? Hello?
Okay.
I'm back? Okay, cool. So, most shadows you've seen in have been like these sentient creatures, right? But as this one comes in, you see what looks like dozens of flat rocks that have been laid in what would be a cairn formation. There's it's like a lean-to of rocks, and it goes back 10, 15 feet, and there's a large opening near the front, almost like a little Stonehenge kind of thing going on. It's still being, whipped by the winds and stuff, but Lark is standing safely under to this cairn, where he looks and kind of waves at you through blurs and streaks of white. You certainly see he has now gotten a torch, and he's kind of waving it at you guys.
Before we walk in, I want to whisper to Wall. How does he look? Weak? Strong?
Very easily killed.
Oh yeah, dude, you could break this guy in half. Like, he's a twig.
I could break this guy in half. He is like a
He let the inner thoughts just vomit out.
I think he killed Lishu.
I doubt that will be necessary.
Yeah, let's hope for the best.
All right. Ends in the cavern.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a you start to come up a little bit of a hill. It's not that much, maybe 10 or so feet of a hill, and you follow Lark in. The blackness gives way to, for the first time in several hours of you guys, 4 or so hours of travel, no wind. You instead just hear it moaning and shrieking outside of the rocks. Outside, it looks pretty bad. There's a faint amount of light at the blackness in the back of this stone cairn that you see begin to fade away. And it's Lark. And he's lighting torches as he's going down this set of spiral stairs at the back of this cairn.
He said the sermon is about to start,
Yes.
and
God.
I'm hearing pretty, tribal. It's definitely not caught up to time, yeah?
I mean,
Or how would you say?
that remains to be seen. It is definitely. It does seem like what you've been raised on. Well, so you can say that. It's strange because. Sunder, can I have you make a perception check?
I definitely can.
I was going to ask what I might be able to expect from a sermon.
A sermon of the old Church of Lolth is something you've experienced several times. It is reaffirmations of strong-willed survive. There are several sacraments that could be thrown out at any time. It just really kind of depends on the type of sermon. So there are several rituals. There are rites and things that can be brought out. It just really depends on who's giving the sermon and what it's about and where it is and what time of day it is and where the moon's at. And, it's a lot of different things, but it's a very faithful affair. There's a lot of rules. And there's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking. And it's a lot of listening. So that's usually what you would expect from a sermon. Maybe you have seen, or at least seen in books, there are indeed ritual sacrifices. There is, flagellation. There's flaying. There's, all sorts of things.
But
so
I
you got
can
21. Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
you resolve. It's cool if you resolve the perception check.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
As soon as you walk in, Sunder, there's a pillar that kind of the stairs spiral around. Stairs maybe about 7 to 10 feet wide. And as the dirt gives way to stone, walking down, you wouldn't have given it a second glance a while ago, but you look at the pillar itself, and the telltale emblem of Ilmater, 2 hands bound in cord, is just barely visible beyond the wear and tear of wind, rain, time. This thing looks to be hundreds and hundreds of years old, but it does look anachronistic. It does look like it's like not supposed to be here, or at least like shouldn't be the entrance to a cairn or a cave in the middle of a field or something like that, right? So, but you do feel a very familiar presence in this place. Even down into your boots and your shoes, you can feel it coming up from the ground.
This place seems welcoming, but this sigil doesn't belong here. It's the symbol of Ilmater. I don't know why it's out here. I don't typically see them this far out, but it looks almost ancient.
Is that a problem?
For all we know, it could be scavengers. They've probably desecrated more things than we are giving them credit for.
Wait.
And if...
Sorry, continue. I just thought of something.
Oh, no, sorry, I was saying that if this is here, because this looks very out of place, either they have stolen it, or somebody who's inside has something to do with it. I guess we'll find out. What were you saying, Argentum?
Yes, apologies. I did not mean to cut you off. My brain just started working. Dakota. The true being that he is that not what represents Ilmater? No, wait, it was ROI, yes? It was not Ilmater, it was ROI. Sorry, never mind, I got my gods all mixed up. I don't usually deal in, the celestial.
It's fairly
Never mind.
close.
I
Fairly
doubt
close.
they were thieves if they only believe in one god. What if it's a ruin?
It
Very
could
well
be.
could be.
There is much underground.
As you guys
Could've
are
been abandoned,
walking down this spiral staircase, to your left, about, you get down and you're approaching 100 feet, right? It's rather exhausting. But to your left, there's an offshoot. It's a large stacks. It's a large section of a library that's kind of been caved in. There's a little bit of light coming in from, a series of tunnels that may have caved in and are letting in light from the surface. But it's easy to see at the far end of this, as you guys pass it, the far end of this stacks, there is a font of liquid that appears to be hot or boiling, because absolutely nothing inside of this stacks is frozen or covered in ice. It is rather warm, actually. If you guys pass by it, it's a little inviting. It feels like the Frost Hearth Brewery on the inside. It feels like, the Silken Veil. It's familiar and inviting, welcoming even. But you guys don't care about that, so you guys keep going down. You guys keep going down.
Actually,
And
before that,
yeah.
can I see if is the guy that was like leading us like around here or what?
Yeah, he's perpetually staying about 30 or 40 feet in front of you, but yes, he is around here.
I guess in that case, I'll just like whisper a little bit, to keep the voice low, and like hopefully they can't hear me. I don't know. And I'll say, well, actually, I was thinking while walking. These are your guys, right, Zev?
Not exactly.
But they believe in the same one God as you?
Yes.
And you would say they're pretty fervent, like in their beliefs. Like they love Lolth to death.
I would assume.
Is it like you are from the Reformed faith, and they are from the before Reform faith?
I get that
right?
feeling, yes. But let's keep that fact to ourselves, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
okay.
just saying it's a little bit uneasy for me, because while, I mean, I agree, you probably could snap this guy.
Yes,
But
easily.
But this guy's here, right? And he believes in the one true God. So why is there another God at the entrance?
That
Wouldn't you deface that God like really hard? Or maybe I don't understand things about religion. Like if that was me, if I was him, and I was a scrawny little bitch,
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, would I let Ilmater, whatever their name is, like sit up front of my God house?
They live underground, like literally under a rock. They could be ignorant, Elmater.
Oh, they just think it's a random naked person. I understand that actually.
Could
Carry
also
on.
could also be what Zeph said. It'd be ruins, and they just made themselves at home.
Yes, they might not have seen the point in defacing it, especially if they believe so fervently in their one god.
Okay.
And that
That's
one
fair
guy seemed a little small-minded, so I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't even know about the Ilmater symbol.
Or perhaps our gentleman has foresight and this is a trap and they're gonna kill me.
I
Guess we'll
mean,
find out now, won't we?
They can't kill you. We still got orders. Or you still got orders.
What if we simply ask this little man why the symbol is there?
I do not believe that would be a good idea.
Just pretend we didn't see it, huh?
As you guys are following Lark down the stairs, you descend another 200, 300 feet during the course of this conversation. But you get near the bottom. His light begins to fade out, but it is quickly picked up and reinforced by a strong light from a doorway you guys see at the very bottom of this stairway. You guys are several hundred feet below the surface. You cannot hear any of the howling winds, and instead you hear the clinking of metal echoing against reverberant stone chambers. You hear chains and trinkets moving around, weapons being sheathed, unsheathed, speech in Underdark, common, abyssal, just frosting over itself, clouding over itself. It's this weird fog of sound that you guys hear as you get to the landing, and it opens up into a labyrinth of cathedral arches and mausoleum tunnels and plinths and pews and coffins and stained glass. There's a myriad of iconographic imagery of Ilmater in this large gathering space that looks like a temple to Ilmater. The god, as you know, Sunder, the god of endurance, and martyrdom and self-sacrifice. But now, you guys walk in, and it's warm down here, pleasantly so, much like the stacks and the font of liquid that you guys walked past. It's nice. There are several drow dressed the same, male, female, a couple of kids, no one really under the age of like 15, late teens. It looks like a home, a small, isolated tribe of drow. There's probably maybe 20 to 30 people here. And Lark looks to you and says,
We have made it. Welcome, Web One. Thank you for coming. Please make yourselves at home.
and he gestures to two drow women watching a drow man stir a pot of something over a makeshift fire that's in the corner of the worship area. In the far end, the opposite the one you guys walked in on, there is a large ritual like plinth, like an altar there, and it's covered in things like let me see, I had a description here. It's covered in cobwebs, offerings that are to Lolth, bones, weapons coated in poison, arrows coated in blood, pieces of sacrificed creatures, like there's goats, there's Ankeg legs just scattered here on this altar. And another thing you notice or even feel, there are spiders on the ground about the size of your hand, just walking around like dogs. They're just kind of, there may be 50, 60 of them. They're walking around the walls. They're all around the ground.
Tarantulas?
They're weaving webs. Yeah, just like big-ass tarantulas.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Are we okay?
I guess you noticed this because one of them crawls up your leg and then you kick it off, right?
Ah! Yes, I do. like shake my leg. There's like I like put my hands together, just like kind of close up ever so slightly.
And you hear a kind of goes away. And yeah, the go ahead.
See, that was an interesting sound you had there, Zeph. When she worships spiders,
You
I
heard
think you'd be
that?
afraid of them.
It wasn't me.
Guess it wasn't him.
No one said anything about worshipping spiders.
Ray isn't afraid of anything.
Same.
I'll believe it for now.
one of the drow women approaches the party. Who are you lot? Speak.
Look at Ray.
Well,
Like,
also looks
they'll
at
just
Ray.
they'll just nudge Ray with their arm. Something.
Go on.
This drow is dressed much like Lark, but stands prouder, looks a little bit better fed, and looks to be an authority. Their white hair is held up in a messy top knot. It kind of drapes around their face. Sweat, smoke, caking it. This obsidian skin, staring at you with amber eyes.
I am a champion of the church. These are my escorts. We're fleeing from you, Bronca.
You are a champion of Lolth.
Yeah.
What weapon do you wield, champion?
Is that... Sorry. I mean, is that any of your business?
Okay.
Why is it relevant?
What are the 3 tenets of being a good drow?
Just if I'm wearing a blanket, I open it up and just show the markings on my body.
Ooh.
The abyssal runes.
You see her face get quizzical. Not impressed. She walks up to you. You feel her hands run across your runes, your abyssal markings. How long has this work taken you, champion?
Many years. Many need to, many reminders, you could call them.
You are not of black blood. Why worship you the spider?
Because she found me.
She finds all who lose their way, guiding them on resonant strings. And it seems your string has led you here, Daywalker.
For the night, if that's going to be unless that's going to be a problem.
One night is no problem, unless when she gets close to you, and you hear in your ear, you grow attached.
Do I know what she means by that?
History check.
Oh, Drow.
You said history?
Yeah.
All right, 18.
18? You know very well. Drow society is female-dominated. It is not female-led. It is female-dominated.
I understand.
The men are subservient in almost every way. They are used as fodder in combat to go before, the real troops arrive. They are used as ritual sacrifices. They are used as labor. They are, used for ideas and strategies and then tossed to the side as they get stabbed in the back by the woman in their life. So yes, she's coming on to you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I didn't want to assume though,
Oh, man.
Oh man! Couldn't have been a better answer to that revelation.
Oh, I gotta write this
man.
down. I wasn't anticipating this.
Oh dang it!
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it.
Oh god.
Being a learned individual, would I have knowledge of Drow society at all? Just through
Oh, yeah.
readings? Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine if you knew you were going to go to Wibranka, you probably studied for a good period of time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
On Drow culture. Yeah, for sure. You know exactly what's happening.
Oh, I Hayden knew what was going on. I just needed to know if Argentum would be in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Your name is...
Elandra. And if you get to know me better, you get my last name. She smiles. You hear her smile curl across her lips.
Lady Elandra, I fear I would only disappoint you.
I'll have to find out for myself. The rest of the party notices as she gets closer that she's one of the only drow in this room that is armed.
What's she packing?
She's a longsword. It's pretty boilerplate, if not like a little under maintained. It's a little rusty. The pommel, I mean, you specifically, Wall, get a good look at this thing, and the pommel of it actually is an emblem to Ilmater. It's a lot of the other the symbols and iconography that you've seen of these hands bound together. This could be something they found here, deeper in the ruin, deeper in the temple, something they bought. Could be it could be anything, but it looks to be tied to this place. Would you and your slaves care for a meal? I'm feeling generous today. What was your name?
Before anybody can correct them, I'll just say, yes, and Zephyriel.
Zephyriel. Wonderful.
My husband will serve you. Sorry, I was holding on to that one. She gestures to the man currently making stew.
If I could back off here, and if there's somewhere I can gesture everybody to just kind of like sit or relax and wait for this husband to housewife.
Alondra
House husband
gestures to you and says, Lady Lolth awaits me. I will return with her. And she walks off into one of the wings of this temple.
Do I know what she means by that?
She coming back? Wait, was that what?
She's gonna grab
on
a
the
loaf
surface. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Okay. No, it's been a long day. I think if I can just brush that off, and we can all sit, I would do that.
You all huddle around this small fire that's burning in the corner of this worship area, corner of this vestibule, and the husband jump scared by specifically the wall, but is
Can I help you? Can I help you, Lord?
looking at you, Zephyriel. You just hear him directing his voice at you.
He said load?
Lord.
Oh. Help with what exactly?
You think he's a soup guy? That's out of character.
I have been making food.
Right. Just serve everyone else. What are you making exactly?
You guys get a good look at this, and it's basically just bones and water. There's there may be a little bit of meat. There's some lichen in there, bits of moss, maybe some like snails or something like that. But land, small little insects and things like that. Doesn't look appetizing at all, but it's food. But honestly, your rations are probably better tasting.
Yeah, I've just said to serve everybody else. Zephyriel, I mean, they can't really see Zephyriel.
Oh, you serve them.
I do?
No, he said
Do you serve them? Is that what
he
you
said to have the other guy serve.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, no,
Yeah, he does so
yeah.
immediately. Yeah. He scrambles over some bits of bark and wood, and kind of ladles on this water, and a few bones for everybody. Wall, you get a little eyeball. Ray, you get some lichens and stuff like that. But everybody gets a plate of mung.
What is mung?
You don't want to know.
I posted the GIF, but I'm like, that's some Lord of the Rings ass Eowyn stew is what we're doing.
Yep,
here.
exactly. Yeah, it's not great.
Oh.
I mean, at least theirs had pearl onions. The gathering here of people seem to be almost entirely trained on you or talking about you guys. You are an anomaly here. Nobody knows why you were brought in. You know, they're just kind of talking amongst themselves, trying to suss out the situation. Let me see if there's anything else in here for you guys. Oh, there is another one of those fonts in this room, off back where that altar is, and to the right. It is like this, what would probably at one time have been marble font with two hands praying, bound together, not by rope, but by cobwebs at this point. I'm making some sort of sick mockery of Illiter in this temple that they seem to have commandeered. But again, this font, as you guys, it's a little closer in view, just looks like water now. But it still seems warm. There's nothing around it that's frozen or anything to that extent. Its natural luster seems kind of faded over time. And it's covered in some sort of purple paint. It looks like the Drow have tried to, as much as they could bastardize a lot of the iconography in here to make it a little bit more homey.
Oh, I see. So it's a lot more apparent now.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of you see the sword that female Drow had on their hip?
Sounds you had one.
It had the symbol of Ilmater on it.
So they stole it from you.
Zeph was right. Especially seeing all the imagery. They're making a fool of my god.
Do not let it get to you.
It would be wiser not to anger these people.
There are quite a lot of them.
Yeah, right. It would be wise not to anger anybody.
The male Drow, while you guys are having this conversation, is looking over
Oh my god.
the cauldron, looking over his eyes, stirring the soup conspiratorially at you guys, knitting his brow together. Where are you headed?
North.
It's all north up here.
Well, further north then.
Are you going to die?
Tonight? I hope not.
Where are you from?
Really, really far north.
And he looks around him, looking at everybody who's watching the party, and then looks at Argentum.
Where are you from?
Very far north as well, in a sense.
And then he turns and looks at the wall's boots.
Where are you from, Lord?
Wait, what? You cut off a bunch there.
He looks at
Yeah.
the wall's boots. He doesn't want to. He's not maintaining eye contact with you. He's kind of diverting his eyes.
Wall's got a smug kind of smile under his helmet.
Oh.
Well,
When you leave. When
Oh,
you leave,
he cut
take
out
me with
completely.
you.
He cut out for so long.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Lark said that? Or is the
Am I
husband?
back?
Oh.
Hello? Yeah,
Hello,
the husband
hello.
said that.
The husband isn't Lark, correct?
The husband is
No, the
not
husband
Lark.
is not Lark, no.
I see.
You wish to flee?
He nods his head.
How many of you have the same wish?
He looks back at the group.
Most of the men. The children don't know better. I've seen better. I've been to Ivbronca.
Yeah. Things are changing. How
If you
many
can just
men?
take me to Ivbronca, I would give you my life, my service.
If
Anything you
Bronco is
ask of
gone,
me. What?
It is gone.
Gone.
There's no more. You've brought.
It was destroyed. But there are other places to go.
How has it been
Riders. Thousands upon thousands.
Why would
We cannot
Dryadus,
stop it.
the warriors of Our Lady, why would they do that? Why would they?
And as soon as he says that, Elandra begins to walk back in. He moves his gaze towards the cauldron he's been stirring as he begins to add tears to the mix. Everyone begins to stand. And following Elandra, yeah?
Guess we
Oh
should
yeah,
stand.
I was
You
just
guys
gonna
can interrupt
say,
whenever you want.
No, I was just gonna say we should stand if that's the case.
Oh, okay. Just like in
Yeah.
Catholic Church. Just do what they're doing.
Just give us the word, my lord.
Yeah.
And
And rest in peace, this hotel internet, guys.
I know. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, he died actually.
I
Rest
saw
in
him
peace
die
to the
on
hotel internet.
on stream.
no!
It's
Oh,
okay.
no.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
You are now.
Okay.
You're not
Alright. Okay.
physically back.
Wait, the stream's dead?
No, it's
Okay,
it's
cool.
back.
Anyway, cool. So you see, coming into the entrance of the vestibule after Elandra is a strikingly beautiful, well-maintained hair falling in all the right places, bathed, very, very clean drow woman. Her skin, much like Elandra's, is a flawless obsidian. It's a almost subtle glow, actually glowing light as she walks in. Long white hair cascading in silken and gray waves over her form, almost floating with her as she walks. She has, contrasting Elandra's face, a very delicate, high cheekbones, sharp chin, bright red eyes, and a very soft smile. But as the rest of her begins to come in, you hear as a massive, hairy thorax adorned with 8 clawing legs at the bottom. The walls pierces into a pew as it walks. The humanoid portion of this creature holds itself so highly, so reverently. They're wearing on their thorax with these ragged purple draped robes, just kind of like, thrown over. The torso of this creature is wearing, as you normally would, as a human would, but they cling to her in a way that almost seem like skin, right? It doesn't seem like fabric. It's not really flowing, but it's just kind of like painted on almost. Feels unnatural, almost otherworldly beautiful. So much so that you guys all need to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh no!
A charisma save?
Yeah.
I can't see her. Do I still make it?
Ooh.
Will you feel this? It's fascinating.
Would you mind if I did another divine sense as well, just to check if this is celestial, fiend, or undead?
Sure. Yeah.
I die here. Goodbye, boys.
Yeah, this is one for the monster fuckers, I'm afraid.
I've got
Ding a wee.
-1 on my charisma saves. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
boy.
expected.
Okay.
My boys, what are we
One second,
doing
one second,
here?
back. Charisma save. 24.
All right.
You
So
butt.
anyone who got under a 15,
That sucks.
15
so if you got a
makes it?
15, you save.
Okay.
15 saves.
Let's go,
Anybody who got under a
Peter!
15
That sounds too-
is enthralled by this creature, feels overwhelmed by their beauty, and you want to listen to whatever she has to say. You guys hear and see at this point as this spider creature begins to find its way behind the altar in front of everybody. As everyone's standing, the creature goes from a heightened position of about 10 feet down to a normal human, standing about 6 feet. And then everybody sits at the same time. As she looks out on the congregation, and Elandra says, after she kneels and puts her sword across her knee,
Lady Lolth, what is your wisdom for us this evening?
Lady Lolth. What does my divine sense pick up?
you get a... Let me double check. Hold on, I have to go and check their stat sheet.
That's my. Oh, never mind. That is just 2 out of 5 used.
Okay. The wave hits itself against the walls and comes back, and you feel the report once more. This creature is dripping with fiendish energy.
God damn it. I had a feeling. Lolth would. Well, I guess I wouldn't know. Wait, no, I would know, right? Because we encountered a very spectral shard of Lolth. Is she also
But you
celestial?
didn't get
as
the
Vero?
whole picture.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, Lolth is a god, so yeah, they would be celestial. Let me double check and make sure that I'm right.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I just need to know if fiends are indeed my enemy.
Lolth is a celestial, yeah.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh, scratch that. Nope, I was looking at the wrong stat sheet. Fiend.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Would I expect that from Lolth?
Yeah.
They called her. Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. A lot of her history, she's been referred to as the Great Fiend.
Interesting. Veyron is still celestial. Is he also fiend?
When you encountered him, he was a celestial.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Proceed. Sorry. All my questions.
The creatures. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
He's making a reference.
The creature's smile begins to fall into a neutral expression as her red eyes look out on the congregation, emanating light. And she says,
My children,
her voice is way more resonant than you'd think for the amount of projection she's been giving it. It's like she's whispering directly in your ear, especially those of you who have fallen under her thrall.
we are blessed to continue to dwell in the sacred depths, far from the many eyes of our enemies, far from the white light of the surface that seeks to blind us from truth.
She picks up one of the bones
Strong
on the
choice
altar.
of words.
And breaks it in half. You see this mist of green fade up into the vaulted ceiling above you. She inhales it.
I speak to you of my web in the abyss. Our home. This vessel, she gestures to the chamber you were in, resonates each of your strings on the eternal web. You do feel my presence. And those of you who are enthralled, feel her presence. Lolth is here.
But those
You
are on.
here.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just wondering
you're
how the non-enthralled feel.
You feel as you would with this. You are not forced to feel one way or the other. You can be skeptical if you'd like.
You hear my whispers. You feel my pets crawl and spin their webs in my honor. My voice is the only truth, the only guide. And my love for you knows no bounds.
She grabs one of the blades on the altar, and Alondra approaches the altar with her hands out.
You, like our sister who are chosen, give me the strength to survive in the darkness.
She plunges the blade into Alondra's hand. You see her wince and recoil with everything natural in a sentient being that wants to stay alive. She pulls it out.
My blessing is not comfort or ease. It is the power of suffering, pain. Every trial we endure,
She stabs Alondra's other hand.
strengthens the web of your devotion to me.
Alondra's blood drips onto the altar and begins to spread as it itself begins to glow. And in between every verse, every chime, every stanza of sermon, you hear a chorus of,
Yes, yes, Mother. In our suffering, you are woven into my eternal design.
she begins to whip the blood up into these sickening red webs onto
Okay, sorry. Anyway, where
Well,
were
hold
we?
on. Leave this apple turnover.
Do we?
Sorry.
Sorry, what was that, Argendum?
Oh no, I was making fun of fucking Legion.
Sorry.
Oh.
You said I was ready. I was like, I'm not ready. But I couldn't say it because I was eating. Anyway. Yeah, I was gonna ask the question. Like, I'm just at this point, I'm gonna turn around to beside me to first look at Zeph,
Okay.
and then to look at the rest of my party, like to see like, I'm like, this is kind of strange. I feel like kind of weird sitting here, you know, being like the guy who doesn't believe in the faith. You know, have you ever been to church, you know, and then everyone's like,
Oh, yeah.
really into it, and you're like, I'm not really into. Okay, is everyone else? Into
Yup.
it? Can I see if everyone else is into this?
12 years of my life.
Yeah, I guess you noticed that Zephyriel looks queasy, almost like he's trying to keep himself from throwing up.
Okay. And then the rest of the
Just
party
like
as well.
the sound of like all the spiders and stuff around here,
Yeah. Yeah.
and this
maybe
giant
so.
one.
Lolth continues.
So the rest of my party as well, like they're like also queasy, or like they're like normal about it, or they're like, can I tell that they're like very paying attention?
The congregation?
No, like my party, because like Zeph is like looking like kind of sick. But
No, you can notice that. You'd be like, wow, he looks kind of sick, but that chick's hot.
And then
Like that kind of thing, you know? Like I'm definitely more interested in her than I am in your queasiness.
and the rest of my party is like looking like what? Because they're like in trance, right? But can I tell?
Well, not all of them. I think what? How many of you have been enthralled?
I think everyone but
everyone.
Ray and
Everyone.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
of us
okay.
are-
Well then, yeah. You look at the rest of your
Right.
party, and Ray seems queasy, but the rest of them seem under a spell.
Okay. Okay, I guess I think it probably would be Argentum beside me here. I'm gonna like just like nudge Argentum's like leg with my knee here on the pews. I'm like trying to get their attention. Do they react?
if they are entirely enthralled by this thing, I can't imagine they would. But I
They
don't
don't-
know
dead
the
leg.
exact effects.
They don't like. They don't react at all. I'm gonna do it again.
Nope.
As the Lolth quote person is speaking, I'm just gonna like.
Are you doing damage to them?
Not yet.
Okay.
A second leg nudge.
Nothing.
Okay.
DM,
Sorry. Go ahead before I do this.
yeah, before you do that,
Beat
is
the
this-
shit out of me?
is there any way that I could discern? Is this somebody posing as Lolth, like pretending to be her?
Make an insight check.
Okay. I shall. That's a 10.
10. Let me check her sheet quickly. I mean, based on descriptions you've read in holy books, seen in rituals, seen in visions that you've even been given and stuff like that, Lolth takes so many forms. It's incredibly difficult to like pin down this is the prime form, right? Lolth exists in multitudes, right? Spends about the similar number of time in each different form. So this could very well be Lolth.
Would she be able to do that, having split asunder the items? Or, sorry, whatever they were called?
With a
Yeah,
10.
Millennium items.
Oh.
You don't know.
Okay, alright. Shit, dude, then I don't know what to do. What were you gonna do, Phoenix?
I'm gonna like slowly just as they're speaking, right? Everyone's like enthralled and whatever, so no one's paying attention to me probably. I'm gonna like unsheath my dagger and slowly just drive it into Argentum's thigh, like slowly.
That's correct!
You're crazy. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, make another charisma save to try and get out of this.
No pain, no gain.
Argentum.
Go. Just beep beep. That's a 14.
Oh, missed it by one!
Let's go. Keep stabbing me. Let's fucking go.
Before you do that,
Mhm.
Lolth continues and says,
Look around you, children.
and everybody does in the congregation. They look back at you, They look back at the party. They look back at all of the iconography on the walls. They look at the web, the blood web that has just been thrown into the air.
We stand in a temple once dedicated to a god of weakness. A god who praised endurance but promised you nothing in return. I reward your strength.
And you see Alondra's hands hit the altar, and her muscles seize. And you hear just like a coming from her.
I reward those who embrace the struggle and rise above it. And you, my children, are my chosen warriors. The ones who will conquer this world in my name.
And you hear the congregation begin to whisper, It's not even Lolth. It's like Lolda. It's an ancient chant. It's something you recognize, Ray. This is Lolth's name in Abyssal being chanted. What do you guys do?
Anyway,
A pretty lady.
can I stab this bitch again?
Can, go ahead.
Actually, this time
Plunge
I'm
it.
going to. This time I'm going to. I'm like, shh. I look over and Arjen is probably still like enthralled. I'm gonna look over. I'm gonna. You know, at those. You know that movie like Midsummer where they're all like joining hands and like being a cult, whatever.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna join hands with Argentum, like sword, and then I'm going to run the dagger across both of our arms. I'm gonna make an attack roll against myself, so this will actually hurt me.
Okay. Well, you also need to roll the damage
Yeah.
for the last one, too.
Oh, yeah,
so
true,
add
sure.
that together.
Hurt me, baby.
Gosh, what is it? My dagger.
It's not the ice that's gonna kill me. It's fucking Phoenix.
Yeah, this will probably all like resolve whenever they go back to whatever hole they came from.
You never know. That's the issue. I'm just gonna, I can't tell that for now, but I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna stab myself here. We'll let it go through. But I will cast Silvery Barbs on myself,
Okay.
and I'll give it to Argentum. The bonus.
The go. How much
And we'll-
damage did that last attack do, by the
we'll
way?
see in a second. What does that say? I didn't have it open.
That's a 4.
4.
Four.
Okay. You take 8. I take 5.
Okay. Did you roll your charisma save?
You get 2 down with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just updating my hit points. Alright, advantage on that charisma.
Nice.
Okay, let's go.
Nice, you're free.
Nice.
You feel a sharp pain across your forearm. Where are you? What's going on?
I'm still like holding onto your hand, and there's a line of blood like drawn across our hands.
You snap back. Oh, you are yourself again, Argentum.
They will almost like very quickly take in the situation around them and like clamp their teeth together as hard as they can to like suppress a scream of like, ow, bro. Like,
Yeah.
ow! Literally stabbing me multiple times. Just they
We're
will.
having our own little ritual back here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Clearly,
We're just that into Lolth, guys.
we're so into Lolth, dude.
It's the path of suffering. Oh,
No invite?
you had your-
Both
you had your
inhales
time in the closet.
deeply. And you hear,
Someone here is not of black blood. We have gas.
the chanting begins to turn into a dull murmur as everybody looks around.
Oh, my child.
These long, clawed fingers that were once normal, humanoid, have become monstrous. Reach out towards Ray.
Oh, man.
An honored guest in our congregation. Approach.
Everybody in the room is looking at you.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I do. Dude, I'm freaking out, dude. Oh my god.
She looks at you as Alondra is still there, like petrified, paralyzed, seized upon this altar.
Gulp.
You stand in a sacred place, Ray. The veil between this world and mine is so very thin. A razor's edge doorway to home. I watch here more closely than anywhere else.
She gestures to the congregation and raises her voice. It is not often that we have visitors who are worthy to take part in our sacred rites. You, however, have earned your privilege. The words upon your flesh, a testament to your suffering. A testament to your strength with me. However, do you see this blessed font? She gestures to the bastardized hands clasped together, bound in web, this ever steaming bowl of liquid to her left.
It holds within it the gift of suffering, a sacred vision given to you by me, our own private conversation. To gaze in its depths is to know the true nature of endurance, to very much understand pain. It is how Lady Alondra has proven her loyalty.
And you see her muscles collapse. She goes and picks up her sword and then sheaths it and stands next to her. And she looks at you, seething with jealousy.
Take part in the ritual. Plunge your hair, your face, your head into the water. Place your hand upon its edge and gaze into pain. Do not fear. Suffering is a gift. My gift. Prove yourself.
What do you do?
Now that I'm a lot closer, how
Would you like to make another insight check?
I would, yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I would.
Do it.
I'm working on it. Sorry, it takes me a second.
Okay.
Oh, I got a
I
7.
don't know when I'm cutting out. At this point, you were more focused on Alondra looking at you with so much hatred and jealousy very stark contrast to what, she was putting the moves on you before, right? But you are in the presence of your god, and it is terrifying. You can barely look her in the eyes when she speaks to you.
Naturally, be.
Well, yeah, but there's just something
I get the
about
sentiment,
her.
yeah.
You know what I mean? There's just something about her that even pierces your vision. You see this amorphous blob in the blackness. You can almost see her.
You would honor me this, right?
If you have the strength to endure it.
While this is happening, can I ask, like, can I see, like, everybody else in the room here? Like, there's quite a number, right?
Sure, yeah. You can see everybody in this room, honestly. I don't think anybody's hiding from you.
Okay, but can I see, like, which ones are, like, armed particularly?
Yeah. There are 3 armed individuals. Alondra,
Who is paralyzed right now?
who is not paralyzed anymore.
Oh, okay.
Lolth released her from paralysis. Lolth is armed with the blade that she plunged into Alondra. And then there was one more in the front row, another female that just looks to have, a rusty longsword. It's nothing. Nobody here looks. Honestly, nobody here looks like they could take you guys in a fight. Like 100%. It looks like they're just a bunch of haggard worshippers.
Mm-hmm. That's what I assumed. From like what Lolth was saying, like, does it sound like they're being truthful to me? Like, it's like, oh, I am Lolth, and here you can have a private convo with me. Like, does that sound like reasonable to me?
You can make a religion check, but it's gonna have a really high DC since this is not in your purview.
That's fair. I'm just like, sounds kind of wacko to me.
Sure.
Natural 20, dude.
Let's fucking go. Goddamn time.
Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy Neutron
Come with
brain
me
blast.
into the whispers chat.
My
good
first
sir.
whispers. My
Lasers
first
got big
whispers.
brain.
My first
All right.
whispers.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Phoenix is forever the one that, like, is just there. He's the clutch factor.
For real, dude.
Let's see
Real.
how he saves
He's
the day today.
clutching my hand so tight there's a
Hearing-
knife in it.
Hearing all this shit. Oh my god.
Look, it worked out, so.
Oh my god, Phoenix and Argentum are holding hands.
Oh my god.
I'm the problem.
Hearing all this shit that quote unquote Lolth is saying.
That's
I
piece of shit.
love that.
Oh my god, I open stream. So fucking funny. God damn it, dude. You dork. Chat first ham ship, now knife ship. Yeah.
This
Argentum.
spider bitch is talking a lot of shit about my god.
Yeah, God, I'm like.
You're enthralled, dude. You kind of like it.
Yeah, I'm enthralled as fuck. I can't do nothing. I'm just
Like,
listening.
no, I'm a little into
There's
it.
an inner rage building hearing it though.
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, you know what? Maybe she's right. What is Elmater giving me for all the
Maybe
suffering?
Mommy Lolth is right.
Out of character, I have a strong feeling that this is really not Lolth, but all my rolls
yeah,
tell
no.
otherwise.
I'm blind. I can't tell. It's probably Lolth.
It's also so interesting knowing as much as I do, just like I Hayden, knowing as much as I do about Drow culture. I'm like, oh, this is some wild shit. And also we're dealing with like, oh, there's so many things. There's so many things in my brain right now. And Phoenix isn't here, so I can't tell him shit in my brain. Chat though, if evil, why hot? Because evil. Because evil is often
but still hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 You're speaking my
Corrupt
language,
me,
Nate.
hey, yo.
Ah.
Spanish, man.
We love corruption.
RDM is one intimidating motherfucker.
No,
He's
yeah,
great.
he is.
Can we get like 10 gifted subs for how great Alpha is as a DM? Thanks. Support our bro.
Double it. 20
Give
percent.
those
20
subs.
20
gifted
gifted
and
subs.
10,000 bits.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Open
On
your
my desk
wallets
by
for our
tonight.
godly DM. Do it. Or else.
This might be silly, but just the fact that she has like a stat block.
You're like,
That he couldn't use a reference. Really, it's getting to me a little bit.
They have a stat sheet. Wonder what's gonna happen here.
Oh
no!
I don't know what to do.
The telltale sign that I feel a fight going on.
Telltale. I've been watching so many Walking Dead retrospectives. Telltale.
Oh my god, I want to fucking finish The Walking Dead. I've been on pause from it for almost
The
a month.
show or the games?
The game.
Okay. What
Mhm.
what game did you get to?
When it comes to the Telltale series, I'm in episode 3 of season 1.
Ooh, definitely finish
No.
seasons 1 and 2. 1, 2, and 4 are the best ones, but I think season 1 is just the best of the.
Oh, yeah, I
four
heard
seasons.
season 3 was really bad. So I'm like,
I don't think season 3 is bad, but it feels like they wanted to do something else, but they're like, but The Walking Dead makes money. Is kind of how it felt.
yeah.
This is a long whisper, right?
Yeah.
Is it perhaps the longest one yet?
I think
I
so.
want to say it's the
No,
longest one
we've
ever
had some we had some chunky ones when we were learning about other stuff.
Oh yeah, remember you guys took so long that you guys beat up a round orb. While you were whispering.
Oh yeah.
round orb. God damn.
You pondered the orb.
I would say a rorb, but that would confuse my brain because that's what we called red orbs during our fucking Devil May Cry campaign on Net 19.
Rorb.
Yeah, we had rorbs, blorbs, glorbs.
Oh my god! Get back!
Sorry, I forgot that was my sound.
That was a long whisper. I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway, yes, that is what you get.
Okay. I'm going to just this time. I feel like our gentleman is kind of awake now. I'm gonna knee them again, and then just open their hand and pass them the dagger, and then just without looking at them at all,
Argentum, in you releasing their hand and assuming pulling the goddamn dagger out of their hand. Ow, dude. I'm in the middle of saying a thing. Sorry, I'm being invaded. Yeah, ow, dude, but thank you. They would probably create a mind link with Phoenix, because if not now, when?
Yeah.
For 1, ow. For 2, thank you.
Welcome.
What am I to do with this?
Wake up our buds. I don't know. So I don't know if you have something else better. This is what I got. So if you got something better, look over to your left. We're all sitting in a line on these in the church, right? I assume it's one of those church pews. Look over to your left. Thing 1 and 2. Thing 1 and 2 were like you 3 seconds ago.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Yeah, Argentum will follow in Phoenix's footsteps here. Gosh, who would be Who might be next to me, Sir DM? Well, Sunder, whomst might be near me.
Probably, I would imagine Sunder. I don't know where the
Well.
Wall and Sunder were picturing themselves to be sitting, but
Yeah, if Sunder is next to them, Argentum will pull a phoenix. They will try to discreetly, like almost try taking advantage of the fact that Lolth, in quotes here, Lolth is distracted by Ray. They will slowly start pushing the dagger into Sunder's like thigh, just trying to like slowly plunge it in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Love this.
Yippee.
all right.
Yippee.
Make a charisma save and then roll damage.
Gotcha. Same shit. The same shit.
It is so powerful. The spell that is being placed on you to pay attention to what is happening. It's being displayed with such reverence. It's being spoken so eloquently. Her hair is beautiful. You know, it's hard to shake, and you could even feel yourself trying, but you're locked. Still take damage though.
Love.
Roll that damage, Leju.
Roll that damage, baby.
I mean, it would be from you instead of me because my modifier.
Well, yeah, but you've got the fucking stuff on your sheet. I ain't got any of that shit.
Oh, okay, sure. This, what is your? I guess, yeah. What is your dex? Subtract from. I rolled 1 plus your dex.
Yeah, I've just got a +1 to my dex.
Okay, so 2 damage.
Okay. Cool.
2 damage.
2 damage. Beautiful. Lolth looks at you again, Ray.
Yeah, I say before, Mason, if you would humor me, an inquiry.
Her eyes narrow. Speak.
I have grown up with tales of the war you fought, and as a warrior myself who fights in your name, I've always been enamored by that strength. And your weapon of choice, where is your whip?
That is not the reason we are here, is it? Does it matter at this moment where my whip is when I'm offering you so much? If you refuse, I will know you are weak, and I will cast you out. Don't make your mother sad.
Of course. It doesn't seem like she senses the whip's presence in here in the room.
No. She hasn't sensed a lot of stuff.
Is the bowl behind her?
The bowl's to the left. It's to the left down a set of stairs.
Would it perhaps still be 30 feet away?
Oh yeah, it's 30 feet away. It's less than that.
Okay. I will, walk down slowly to the bowl and pause when I get above it.
Okay. You look into the bowl. And you see Ezra.
Through the blindfold, even?
Yep. That's it for now. It's rippling in a way that a lake would take wind. And keep shimmering and shaking between different pictures. Not really forming a full image. But you feel its heat. Plumes of steam rise from the liquid inside of the bowl. It's hot to the touch.
Do you mind a second if I just think for 1 second?
Sure, yeah. We'll go back to Stabby Stabberson over here.
Yeah, thank you.
If you want to take another, if you want to take another
That's what they
stab
call
at
me
it,
back home.
Take another stab. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh God. I'm debating. I'm gonna check
Yep.
my components for one of these spells real quick.
Well, what are you doing?
He's just listening. He's
Yeah.
just like, wow.
wow.
This is a good story that is being told. Wow, I am very, very charmed by this.
You feel a nip at your arm.
What is
Warrior. I feel a presence in this room that I haven't felt in thousands of years.
Oh, yes, Penelope. There is a very large spider woman, and she is giving a nice little presentation. It is very interesting for some reason.
She claims to be a god wall. But she is a demon.
A demon?
A fiend of the depths. A
I,
name lost to me in time.
I think... Was I supposed to do something?
I too have fallen under this spell. But I fight with my mind and body.
Perhaps I should also fight as well?
Once more.
Penelope bites your arm.
Do I take any damage?
Let me see. It is a 1d4. And you will take 2 points of, I guess, piercing damage? But it will give you the ability to roll another charisma save.
Let's go!
Yeah, while
fuck,
this is
fuck.
happening,
Oh,
I'm just like
Damn it.
watching Penelope do this. They're just gonna very quickly just plunge the blade into Sunder's leg again. Just, please.
Boy, oh boy.
I'm just gonna like
I don't
side
know,
eye,
buddy.
and can I see?
God damn it.
Can I see? Can I see Penelope doing this or no?
It's Penelope's being very tender about it, because they are also under the spell. They failed the charisma save.
Okay, but I can see it happening if I like side eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of like nipping the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna go like, calling Whimsy. Is Whimsy there?
Whimsy pokes their head out of your hood.
Hey. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Go over there and fight that big bitch. Until you. Yeah. Until he stops looking like a loser. Got it.
Whimsy cowers in your hood.
What? Bite the wall. Go.
Whimsy sticks their head out of your hood, and you hear a very deep, fast rat breath. And down your back, the rat scurries, weaving in between spiders, across the floor, over to the wall. And you hear as it bites into your leg wall, the backside of a greave that is not... Whimsy found a little spot in your armor. Make another charisma save.
I'm not feeling... With a -1 for my charisma, I'm not feeling too hopeful about my chances.
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, natural 20 -1.
Fucking rat.
Oh my god.
My rat is getting treats tonight.
It's fucking incredible. Oh, I would laugh louder, but Ben Diskin's next door and he's sleeping.
Let him
Holy
suffer.
shit! Yeah, you've shaken out of it. You still hear the stuporous voice of Penelope in your head trying to form words, but she is still enthralled with. For the record, I'm using any pronouns for the trans horse. I'm just he, she, they.
Let's go.
Yeah, they're looking on in awe. But you have shaken out of it. You are back to where you were. And yeah.
Was I sitting down when this happened?
Yes.
Wall will dramatically and loudly stand up on the bite. Just be like,
4 or 5 of the congregants turn back to look at you. He stands up.
He stands
Just
up.
loudly and dramatically stands up, like you know when you sit down on a chair and there's a thumbtack on it.
Oh
yeah.
no!
Like, oh god, that's how Wall stands up.
Yeah.
The perfect man. I love him.
And like Wall realizes that he just did that, and very slowly sits back down.
It's kind of silent for a little bit. The congregants who are looking at you talk amongst themselves, and they turn back. Lolth's gaze is unwavering, but anybody who was under the effect of the charm has it fade, because that caused them to lose concentration.
Oh, he was so loud.
Oh.
I have a question standing at the bowl.
Yes.
Is it hot to the touch? Will I get that just like hovering it? And do I...
Yeah, you
do I
feel
get
it.
the sense that it's like, can I pick it up?
The bowl? No, it is grafted to the wall. It's like
Damn it.
carved out of marble into the wall. It looks like this liquid has been here for a long time.
Yeah.
So all of us are no longer enthralled. Correct.
Nope, not anymore.
Let's go.
Including some congregants. You see a few other people begin to have a little bit more lucidity to their demeanor.
I continue to stare into the bowl for a second, realize that it's completely, bolstered to the wall. Hesitate for a moment, with Ezra being able to be seen. I figured there was a reason she would lead me here. Turn back around to face Lolth.
She looks at you. Her eyes, no pupils, just red spheres in her skull. Squint. Do you not love me, Ray?
What
You
punishment?
Go on.
What punishment hypothetically befits an impersonator?
An impersonator?
I
What
find
do
it
you mean?
odd that you would save me and gift me one of your own tools so that I could be raised as a weapon strong enough to carry your name, strong enough to show you how far your teachings could reach.
What do you refer to? You misunderstand. My will is not to be denied. Strength comes only through submission to my design. By refusing, you reveal not only weakness but disrespect. The Queen of Spiders does not forgive easily. Perhaps you are afraid. Fear of what the water will show you. Fear to face your deepest pains, your greatest failures. I understand. Many, she gestures to Alondra and the congregation, many have stood where you stand now, trembling at the thought of confronting their suffering. But if you embrace it, those who face the pain, they are the only ones I favor. You have one more opportunity, my son.
While this is
Consider
happening,
it my last gift. Yes?
while this is happening, Wall's gonna lean over to the others and whisper to them,
I think we should kill this thing.
Now being out of the trance, Sunder is gripping his fist in a ball. Well, I was already planning on it.
It bullied my horse. I think it needs to die.
I bullied
Speaking ill, my god.
In Phoenix's mind, because I got all my shit back, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
We love inscriptions. Phoenix will just hear,
Would you like to surprise the spider bitch, darling?
Bitch, I love surprises.
Invisible I can do then.
I will. I'm gonna have to be so careful about this. Argentum will attempt to cast using one of their inscription marks. Be still and silent. So,
Okay.
for a reminder for the class,
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I have it
Not for me,
listed as an
too.
inscription, even though it's a narrative twist. So I'm gonna spend a narrative twist to cast invisibility on myself and Phoenix.
Okay.
I take it
We're
all
gonna
see you
disappear.
Okay. You're already in the back of the class, with in the shadows, so it's relatively simple for you guys to fade into the darkness. No one can see you. What do you think?
Okay.
Sunder's gonna lean over to Wall. Since they are setting up a wee surprise, let's say we distract her. They can get up close.
How do you think we should do that?
Oh, I have an idea.
Okay.
When Sunder says this, he stands up very quickly and very loudly. How dare you speak ill of my god?
Lolth's gaze switches from Ray to you, Sunder, as does the entire congregation. Even the spiders stop moving in the room. Who are you?
I am a follower of Ilmater. You are desecrating this temple, and I don't take kindly to it. Sunder will walk out from the pew and will start saying a very audible prayer. Crying God, may your tears and empathy heal the person before me. Take in the pain I am soon intending to deal while I remove the source of suffering. And he will stand his ground, waiting to see what they do.
Sunder, make a religion check.
Perfect. Got it.
While, while he's doing that, can I like be scooting out of the pews in the other direction, like whatever side
yeah.
left on, Wall's going the other way?
Of course. Everybody is pretty much
Yeah, I've
trained
already
on
left.
on Wall.
I've already left the pews. I'm gonna take while that's happening, I'm gonna take a corner maybe, and if I have, I guess, let me see, invisibility. Does it drop when I use a spell?
It is the invisibility spell, so it would drop. Yeah.
Okay, but not if it's my class feature.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use Form of Dread here? But it's invisible and no one can even see me. I'm just a guy.
Just
It's
a
a
little
class
guy.
feature,
I guess it would reveal your position.
right? It's not a spell though, right?
Right, but it would still reveal it would reveal that something's there, right? It didn't just come out of nowhere. And it follows you, right?
No, I mean, wait, hold on. You manifest aspect. Oh, I thought it's just like transformation for myself. So like, but I'm invisible. So like, I'm transformed, but invisible.
So the form of dread is invisible.
Yeah, I think so. Right?
Hmm.
Because it just makes me cloaked and shit. Like
I'm gonna homeroom that you're still invisible, but they can see the shadows that are following you.
Oh, okay. If that's okay, if that's the case, then I guess not. But yeah, I guess I will just simply hold my action to when a fight starts. I'll just shoot the bitch twice.
Okay.
So I'm readying a Eldritch Blast.
All right. Sunder, Lolth looks at you and says,
You come here into my domain and dare speak of mercy. You are in the room at this altar now consecrated to me. And you believe your weak God can undo what I have claimed in Webb. Mercy is for the weak. Pain is power, suffering is strength. And only through pain willingly endured do you find a life worth living.
you would, and as she begins to speak, every symbol of Ilmater on all the walls, the font in front of you, Ray, the pillar just on the outside, the large mosaic on the ground begins to emit a soft white light. And Lolth recoils slightly.
Hold your tongue when speaking about my god. You can lay claim on anything you please, but this temple is not yours, nor will it ever be. Saying this, Sunder assumes a stance like he's ready to endure any attack that could very well be thrown at him.
Pray to your broken god. We are done.
And the spider, the beautiful Drow woman that was in front of you before, the white gossamer hair that draped over a slim body into a thorax covered in cloth and purple vestments and all sorts of shiny beads and chains, all of that begins to literally melt on her as she forms into this disgusting, hideous, foul-smelling mass of waxy organs. And that's what we're gonna call tonight.
Oh, let's fucking go! I was so
That's
ready
an
for the
amazing
fight.
cliffhanger. Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
That's a fight. That's the fight. We're gonna
It
fight.
will be a
Next
fight.
fight.
Next week.
Get excited.
Oh, I am.
All right. That was where I hoped you guys would go. Remember how I said there was 3 different things you could do?
Yeah.
That's where I hoped you guys were gonna go. Okay, good. Let's fucking go. There's many questions. All right, I'm excited. I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys did too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This
That was
was
fucking
incredible.
insane. I love these tense, like, little situations we get.
Like,
too,
yeah,
it's so good.
it's so intriguing and stuff, and like, I was having so much fun, but at the same time, Wall's like, enough talk, have at you.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you?
Wall's a hit first, ask questions later kind of person.
And he's been sitting patiently for long enough.
Yep.
We've been
It is time
told
to
for
fight.
quite a
Time
while.
for murder.
Meanwhile, poor Zeph is in the corner just looking at his hands like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Get your
not
the
Zev's
gang
fault,
is
it's
just
my
full on
fault.
like, yeah.
I should have just committed to something and went with it. I was just too conflicted.
That's good. You
Yeah.
gave us time to, me to wake up.
No,
the
yeah,
whole
you
party.
gave everybody time to figure
Gave
out
us
a plan.
all time. It was
We're
good.
bailing you out, buddy.
I'm excited for you guys to see what this creature is.
Oh, I'm excited.
Same, me too.
I know.
I'm also not excited. I mean, excited. Excited to see them die.
That too. Yeah.
Decided to obliterate it.
I've been wanting to turn Phoenix invisible for so long.
Dude,
We
that's
did it, guys.
terrifying. I had to.
I
I'm
know.
sorry. I know. I had to be like, you can't be that strong right now. That's so
Nah.
strong.
I mean, the abyss will drop when I hit something, but you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, it's not greater invisibility.
No, just normal.
Which that's
invis.
fucking gross.
A greater invis guy.
Greater Invis is
Greater
one of my
invis
favorite
is-
spells.
Oh no, it's the sexiest. Oh,
So good.
It's like
It's
getting
just
hit
do
by a
whatever you
stand
want.
user.
Yeah. It's just you can't see me. Haha. Na boo boo.
greater invisibility as a sword saint who can attack when they use an ability. It's basically a
shit.
dragon surge. Yeah. So at level 20, getting greater invisibility when you basically have a Vorpal sword. Yeah.
It
Huh.
hurts.
It's never like nothing is hotter. There's nothing
is hotter.
sexier.
Except this
Nothing
bowl of
is
water.
hotter. Yeah.
This weird
Yeah.
viscous liquid in this here bowl.
Okay. All right.
Just wants to give Ray a swirly.
So
Don't drink it, Ray, please. Don't
I didn't
pull a
mean to
me.
say hair when I was describing it. It just kind of came out, and I was just like, I gotta keep going with this.
I guess it's hair.
Hair and your head and your face and
Yep.
So good.
but good. Yeah, I'm trying to have each episode have like, you know, some cool character moments and
True.
want to make sure that you guys get a share of the spotlight too. So hopefully that came through. Those giants were fun. Could have followed those boys.
I'm good actually.
That was our
Yeah.
judge's vote, but you know.
Yeah.
Then
dip the hair in
Scrawny
first.
McButtface showed up.
Scrawny McButtface. is
Oh yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He's like,
Hey,
hey,
to my wolf den and let's smoke some wolf weed and play Burn Out Revenge on our PS2.
I want to know if you want
This guy.
to weed with me and fill our bellies
Fuck this guy.
with weird viscous bowl liquid. And then listen to the inner machinations of Lolth.
Jesus
Um,
Christ.
Does anybody have anything before we go? Does anybody have anything they want to pitch, want to talk about, want to show off?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you guys
go
first.
ahead, Leisure.
Oh, me first? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Sure. On Sunday, when I do stream at night, the usual time slot, I will also be streaming my review of the contest entries for my Legion Sona contest. So if you want to see some cool submissions from people, artwork related, and there will be a cash prize. And I think some people were also interested in the SOW code or whatever. But if you haven't submitted yet, you have like 2 days left to do it. So good luck, I guess. But I'll be reviewing them and, you know, picking a winner then on Sunday. So that's my cool ass little event. Sunday at 6 p.m.
Hell yeah.
EDT.
Nice. So just be sure to show up for that.
Pog.
And also on
Yeah.
Sunday, but
Ooh.
earlier in the day,
Ooh.
I'll be doing my first session of solo D&D. We'll be playing Wolves of Langston
Let's go.
from Obvious Mimic. So we'll be doing our
Cool.
first episode of that. I'll be showing off my character preview tomorrow. So be sure to keep an eye
I
on
want to watch the VOD of that.
feeder.
I'm going to be signing, but I'm very
Yeah.
interested in that and to see how that will play out. It's super cool.
I'm very curious to see how it'll play. Like I've like done some dry runs, just like making sure like I understand how it works.
Right.
But
you're gonna stream it?
yeah, I have no idea like what the story is. I know that it's a bit of like a murder mystery vibe, so I'm very about it.
Okay.
So it's honestly right in time for spooky season. So I'll be doing that probably around 1 p.m. CST
Oh,
on Sunday. So we'll probably run about like 3 to 4 hours most likely. So, and there will be highlights being made of it. So if people don't want to watch a full VOD, my friend Braden will be editing a highlight version, so you can get like the clip notes,
Pog.
basically. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good stuff.
Cool. Fantastic. Yes, go ahead.
I've got I mean, it's not really like anything I'm doing, but there's a game called Potionomics that just got a huge update
Yeah.
that like
Let's
adds
go.
a ton of quality of life stuff and voice acting, and like it did the unthinkable and actually managed to pull me away from Metaphor for like
Whoa.
a solid
The game is so good.
36 hours. Like I
Potionomics.
haven't been
Yeah.
playing Potionomics for 36 hours, but like I stopped playing Metaphor to play this other game and I got hooked to it. So if you want a cool little game about making potions and selling them with some fantastic voice acting from some of my friends, go check it out on Steam.
Yeah,
that sounds cool. Yeah, I'd love to check that out.
Really cool game. Actually, they fixed the one problem that they had before, which is the game was actually too easy. For like a lot of people who played like card games, if you play a lot of card games, you'll find the game maybe too easy. But they made it like a harder difficulty, so give it a shot. You know, for some challenge. Super good.
I will say right now, the game at its normal difficulty is pretty fucking challenging. It's it's like a for Potionomics, like it's like a scheduling gauntlet. Basically, you have to be super fucking on top of shit all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
But there is a cozy mode, which makes the game way more pleasant. So if you want a cozy little game with cool characters to romance and to hang out with, and you make some potions, go play it.
Yep.
Sounds good. Great recommendations always from Ben.
Yeah.
Potionomics.
Potion on.
Okay, cool. Anybody else got anything they want to plug?
Nothing game related, but I'm building a Gundam tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun.
Sick. Which one?
Oh,
I got a real grade Epion that I'm gonna be building tomorrow night.
Let's go.
Okay.
Mhm.
That sounds fun.
Good time.
I found out a couple days ago that I'm not really into like Gunpla or mech building, but a game that I'm really into that has mechs in it is going to be getting Gunpla, and I am putting those shits together on stream and putting them in my Detolf. Fuck yeah. That's awesome, man.
what game? What game?
Forever Winter.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
game that you were
go.
wanting to get me into.
that was
Yeah,
the one
we're
that
getting
we were
Gunpla.
talking about, right?
Yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
sick. I absolutely love it. It does so far. I've been playing it. There is a wall that I'm hitting where it's just like, okay, this is slowly starting to get
The
boring,
wall.
but that's only because like it's early access and only half the maps are out. So
Oh.
there'll be plenty of other variants and things like that on actual release. But yeah, on release they're getting Gunpla, and I'm gonna put those together. That sounds like fun.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Oh, and I have my subathon. If you guys are here mostly for
Yippee.
Shadows, I'm doing a subathon November 4th. I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be streaming whenever I'm not voice acting, auditioning, sleeping, or bathing or eating. Well, I'll be streaming while I'm eating too. So I'm just shutting it all down and just going to be playing video games. We have all sorts of events planned. We have a server with a bunch of my friends in it that we're going to just play video games and vibe. We'll have a lot of talking and things like that. But we got wheels of games. We've got sub goals and everything. It's a huge event. Come check it out. I'm very excited for it. We've been planning it for like 3 weeks. We got animations and new sub notifications and emotes and art and all kinds of stuff. Speaking of art, we have I'm announcing this here. Every couple of months we get a piece done with a player's VTuber avatar and my VTuber avatar in our little like wood paneled basement doing the thing. And the next one is Ben B, Maeve, and me doing wall RP.
Yeah.
So that'll be out in a couple of weeks. We're gonna get a sketch here next week, I imagine, and that's gonna be done. We already have one with Scylla. I don't know if you have the file, but we can get it to you if you need it. But
I do.
okay, cool. All right, I think that's everything. Let me see if there's anybody to raid. Who we gonna raid?
Ooh, rating.
Who we gonna raid? You know what? Let's do a cheeky Iron Mouse raid.
True.
Yeah.
Let's raid
She's-
Iron Mouse.
I mean, you know what? She and I are castmates now, so that makes sense.
Beautiful.
Pog.
Okay.
We're in Grand Blue together.
Before
Hot
we
fighting.
go, we just need to take the time to have a good, hearty party. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
I lied. They can still hear you now.
What?